Sarah Okafor had been awake since 2 a.m. Not for any reason she could name. She had simply opened her eyes in the darkness of her apartment and known, the way you sometimes know things in the middle of the night, that sleep was finished for her. She lay still for a while, listening. Rain on the window. The distant rumble of a truck on the street below. Her own breathing. Nothing wrong. Nothing at all. She picked up her phone from the nightstand. 3004 a.m. She set it back down. Then it buzzed. She picked it up again. A notification from the voicemail app. A missed call, logged 30 seconds ago while the phone had been sitting inches from her hand. Silent. No ring, no vibration. Just a missed call appearing in her notifications like it had always been there. The caller ID read, Sarah Okafor. Me. Her own name. Her own number. She stared at it. Her first thought was spam, number spoofing, the kind of thing scammers did, making calls appear to come from your own contact. She'd heard about it. She pressed play on the voicemail and lifted the phone to her ear. For 3 seconds, nothing. Just the faint hiss of an open line, the ambient sound of a room. Then her own voice. Not her voice as she heard it on recordings. That slightly alien, flattened version that always made her wince. This was her voice as she heard it inside her own skull. Rich and close, like someone speaking directly into the cavity behind her eyes. Sarah, just her name. A pause. Then, don't come home tonight, don't. A sharp intake of breath. Don't come home, please. You have to listen to me, you have to. The voice broke. Not like a bad connection, like someone trying not to cry and failing. There's something in the apartment. I can hear it right now. It's in the hallway and I can't. Please, Sarah, you have to. A sound, low, wet, something between a crack and a word. Then silence for a full 7 seconds. Sarah counted them, sitting rigid in her bed, her back straight, every nerve alive. And then the voice came back, very quietly, barely above a whisper. It found me. The voicemail ended. Sarah sat in the dark with the phone in her hand. She was already home. She had been home all night. She had not left the apartment since yesterday afternoon. She was sitting in her bed in her apartment, and somewhere in this apartment, something had just found a version of her that had called to warn her not to come here. She didn't move for a long time. When she finally could move, she did the thing her brain screamed at her not to do. She pressed play again. The message was gone. Not deleted. The app still showed a voicemail, same duration, same timestamp. But when she pressed play, there was only the hiss of a dead line. 28 seconds of silence all the way through. She checked her call log. No outgoing call at 3004. No incoming call at 3004. No record of anything. She put the phone down and looked at her bedroom door. It was open. She always slept with it open. A habit from childhood she'd never broken. The hallway beyond was dark, the apartment quiet. Then she heard it. A sound from the hallway. Very soft. The sound of weight shifting. The slow, deliberate sound of something trying not to be heard. Sarah did not breathe. Whatever was in the hallway did not breathe either. They stayed like that. Her on the bed, it in the hall, for what felt like a year. Then the sound moved. Not toward her. Away. Back through the apartment. Back toward the front door. Unhurried and patient, the way something moves when it knows you're not going anywhere. The front door did not open. There was no click of a latch, no creak of hinges. The sound simply stopped. Sarah sat until the sun came up. She did not sleep. She did not call anyone. She did not go into the hallway. When the light finally came through the window, she made herself get up. She made herself walk to the hallway, her heart hammering so loud she could feel it in her teeth. The hallway was empty. Her apartment was empty. Front door locked from the inside, chain still fastened, exactly as she'd left it. She let out a breath that felt like it had been living in her chest for 3 hours. Then she saw the phone. Not her phone. Her phone was in her bedroom, on the nightstand where she'd left it. This was another phone, lying in the middle of the hallway floor. An older model. The screen cracked, the case scratched and dark with something she didn't want to look at too closely. She picked it up with 2 fingers. It was her phone. Same model, Same cracked corner she'd been meaning to get repaired for 6 months. Same contact list, same photos, same apps, same everything. Except the call log. In the call log, there were 47 outgoing calls, all made between 3004 and 3009 a.m., all to the same number. Her number. 46 of them showed no answer. The 47th at 3009,070 a.m. showed a duration of 1 minute and 43 seconds. Sarah scrolled to it and pressed play. She heard herself pick up. She heard herself listen. And then, from somewhere behind her in the apartment she had already checked, the apartment that had been empty, the apartment with the door chained from the inside, she heard the soft, patient sound of weight shifting in the dark. She had not checked the closet. She had forgotten about the closet. The phone at her ear was still playing. The recording of her own voice was still whispering, "Don't come home. Don't come home, please." The closet door swung open. She finally understood what she had found. Or rather, what had always been waiting was the version of her that had made the calls. The thing wearing her face smiled with her mouth. "You didn't listen," it said in her voice, with her voice as hers. "You never do." The apartment was listed for rent 11 days later. The new tenants moved in on a Saturday. On their first night, at 3004 a.m., one of them woke for no reason at all and found a missed call from their own number.